So we've got our beautifully pounded and marinated chicken here. And here is a perfect example of something that wasn't done correctly. And as you can see, the tenderloins aren't really pounded at all, and there's not quite enough buttermilk on it, although they do look fresh and delicious. So we're gonna go ahead and put those in. I'm gonna take my dry hand, gonna pat it down. And when a recipe is wrong, a cook will say prep cook will say the recipe is wrong, and then they'll say, well, it doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Well, if you cook the chicken at the right time and the right temperature that this calls for, and this chicken isn't pounded correctly, it won't be cooked. So therefore, we go ahead and we say that the product isn't good, recipe's not right, I never follow the recipes, and that's not true. It's just that we haven't followed the right method. And that's why when you're doing a chef demo, it's best to have the iPad exactly open with them. Okay, we've got these two breaded up here. We're gonna go ahead and drop these in the fryer and we'll see the results. Okay, so we've got our two sets of chicken, one over here, incorrectly pounded. That goes down, and then we've got our correctly pounded. And these things are ginormous. And we're gonna go ahead and start our timer, and we'll come back at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, we've got about 45 seconds left on the timer. I've shaken the basket a little bit. When you put any products into the fryer and they're wet and they go on top of each other, you want to make sure you shake the basket to break it up so they have an opportunity to cook on all the sides. They're not connected. They don't have those blonde spots where they have raw flour in them. But a couple of things that we don't do is when chicken is done, we never just let it sit up there forever. We want to get it, drain it off real well, and get it out of there. Especially if your oil is a little bit older. This is brand new, fresh oil. But if your oil is a little bit older and it's smoky, it'll impart some of that smoke that it naturally wouldn't get in the oil because there's no air to impart that on. All right, so here I've got our unpounded chicken, our incorrectly pounded chicken. And here I've got our correctly pounded chicken. So it's just a little bit difference in size. But if we go ahead and we cut through in the thickest part, we'll see that we're not cooked, right? So what is the cook gonna do? They're gonna get yelled at, or they're gonna see when they cut it that it's not cooked. So they're gonna ignore the timer altogether. And that is not the way to do that. The way is when you cook it, when you pound it correctly, and then you cut it, you're gonna get a great, fully cooked chicken. I mean, I love raw chicken, right? Everybody does. But this is a much better product.